The first time you see a turbine blade in person, you can't help but marvel at its massive size and scale. Now, there are even more. Westar Energy's wind farms not only generate clean energy for Kansas, they also create opportunities for Kansans. It's not just these blades that are moving across the state. With them come jobs, families, and growth, all headed for small-town Kansas. What's more, the bodies of these turbines were made just down the road in Hutchinson. So the next time you see a turbine blade on the way to its new home, it's yet another sign we're all on the road to a more renewable future. Learn more at westarenergy.com/clean energy. When you gaze upon the Kansas sky, what do you see? At Westar Energy, we see more clean energy on the horizon. That's why we built wind farms in Spearville and Kingman to harness even more renewable energy for Kansas. So today, 1/3 of your energy comes from the wind. Solar energy is also on the rise, with community solar and our solar energy learning projects that explore the sun's potential across the state. We're even generating clean energy using methane gas from landfills. Imagine that, turning trash into power. So every time you feel the sun on your face or the wind in your hair, know that we're using it to generate clean energy and power a better future for Kansas. Learn more at westarenergy.com/clean energy. Electricity is an essential part of everyone's life. But for families who rely on life-sustaining medical equipment, reliable power is an absolute necessity. That's why Westar Energy helped develop new technology to make everyone's power more reliable. Right now, we're installing smart sensors to power lines near you. They help us restore your electricity even faster and get power to those who need it most. So now you can breathe easier, knowing that we're making your power even more reliable. For 6 generations, this land has provided for Kenny's family. Now, it also provides clean energy for you. Today, 1/3 of your energy comes from the wind. And Westar Energy's wind farm in Kingman is the latest addition to our growing wind energy capabilities that help make Kansas number 3 in the U.S. in wind generation. In the last 10 years, Westar grew its renewable generation by more than 1,000%. But it's more than just clean energy. It's now just as affordable to produce as our other methods of generation. Kansans know there are 2 things we're never short of: hard work and wind. That's why Westar will continue harnessing both to keep Kansas a national leader in affordable, renewable energy. Learn more at westarenergy.com/clean energy. Ten years ago, wind energy in Kansas was still a dream. And so was she. At Westar Energy, we spent the last decade building turbines that harness the wind and empower our state. So today, 32% of your energy comes from the wind. Now we're working on a smarter, more responsive power grid to handle even more renewable energy for Kansas. We've come a long way in 10 years, but the journey continues. That's why we'll keep paving the way to a brighter, more renewable future for all of us.
And good evening, everybody. It's baseball time in Wichita from X Stadium. It's the Sunflower Collegiate League Showcase Game of the Week presented by Westar. I'm Todd Hook along with Chris Worrell bringing it to you tonight. First of two, it will be the Hutchinson Monarchs tonight versus the Newton Rebels. Hutchinson will be the visiting team, and here's how they will go. Mason Lowe will lead it off and play shortstop. Connor Craig will be in left field and hit second. Dylan Nedved will be in center field and hit third. And in the cleanup spot will be Taylor Barber. He will be over at second base. Garrett Stevens will hit fifth and do the catching. Jackson Lofton will be over at third base and hit sixth. Hitting seventh will be Easton Rent. He will be over at first base. Keith Wolverton will hit eighth and play right field, and rounding out the order will be Keith Cornyn. He will be the designated hitter tonight. Hutchinson comes in 8-5 on the season. They're coached by Darren McHugh and Tyler Bugner and Tyler Ritter. Temperature 90 degrees here in Wichita. Wind is blowing out to left field, south-southeast at 13. So watch that as the evening goes along. For the Newton Rebels, defensively, left to right in the outfield will be Huggins, Royal, and Atkins. Perez over at third. Cormain at shortstop. Paris at second base. Healy at first base. Behind the dish will be Enzo Bonventure. And on the mound, out of Gateway Community College and Scottsdale, will be Armando Romero. Numbers for Romero, 19 2/3 innings of work so far this year. He's given up 18 hits, 11 runs, 5 walks, and 23 strikeouts. Very stingy ERA of 3.20. Don't forget our sponsors, Chicken Max BurgerFi, Butler Plumbing and Restoration, KGSO, and Star Lumber. We are ready to go. Here is Mason Lowe. Comes in hitting .207 out of Mustang, Oklahoma. Right-hander out of Hutchinson Community College. First pitch from Romero. Right at 5:33 Central Time. And that's fouled down the right-hand side, out of play. Beautiful night for baseball. We've had some weather over the weekend. Lots of rainouts, so there's going to be lots of doubleheaders coming up. Lots of good baseball coming up. So tune in to your local team. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now to Mason Lowe. Hutch 8-5. They're hitting .295 as a team and giving up just a smidge more than 5 runs a game. And the pitch, that is into center field. Royal goes back a couple of steps, comes in, and hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So 1 away. We're just underway here in the top of the first. Todd and Chris bringing it to you. And there's 1 away. Here's Connor Craig. Out of Hutchinson, Kansas. Goes to school at Hutchinson Community College. Pretty good numbers, hitting .500 so far on the season. And just missed outside. Romero didn't miss by much. Romero, a right-hander. Pretty quick worker. And here's the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Took a little bit off, and that'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. They play him straight away deep in left. Husky feller steps in from the right side. Off-speed pitch is lifted to center. Royal about 5 steps back. He's got it measured, and that'll be 2 away. 2 down. Here's Dylan Nedved. One of the all-star selections for Hutch this year. He's out of Shawnee, Kansas. Attends Hutchinson Community College. Good numbers, .345 on the season. First pitch is in the dirt outside, ball 1. 2 away, top of the first. And nobody on. Just underway. Newton and Hutch. And the pitch, that is in there for a strike. Good spot on the outside corner from Romero. And it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. And we're in the top of the first, no score. And the pitch, that is through the middle for a base hit, just out of the outstretched diving body of Paris. And with 2 away, Nedved is aboard. And the first base hit of the ball game. That'll bring up the cleanup man, Taylor Barber. Cleanup hitter is sponsored by Butler Plumbing and Restoration. So Nedved is aboard. He takes his lead. Pretty good lead over there. They're going to hold him. And the first pitch to Barber. Off-speed pitch catches the outside corner. And it's strike 1. Barber out of Argyle, Texas. He is also an all-star selection out of Northeast Texas Community College. Good numbers, 395 on the season. And Romero with another off-speed pitch misses, and the count's even 1-1. Barber's driven in 11 RBIs. He has the most RBIs on the season. Wind blowing out to left. They play him straight away and very deep in left. That's an off-speed pitch that catches the front door. And it's 1-2. Nedved at first with a 2-out base hit up the middle. And it's 1-2 now to Barber. And the pitch, runner goes, and that's fisted foul back this direction. Do have the window open tonight. Enjoying the beautiful weather here in Wichita tonight. It's been a little rainy the last couple of days, trying to dry out. The weather folks have promised us that the next 7 to 8 days may be clear. Throw over to first, and Nedved back in there. I'll take it. It's been really rainy. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 away, and we're in the top of the first. Pitch, that is soft grounder to the left side. Cormain up with it, over to first in time, and that'll do it. So Hutch is going to strand one. We've played a half an inning from the Eck. No score. We'll be right back.
Load up.
The first time you see a turbine blade in person, you can't help but marvel at its massive size and scale. Now, there are even more. Westar Energy's wind farms not only generate clean energy for Kansas, they also create opportunities for Kansans. It's not just these blades that are moving across the state. With them come jobs, families, and growth, all headed for small-town Kansas. What's more, the bodies of these turbines were made just down the road in Hutchinson.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the first. Here's how the Newton Rebels will go. Ty Atkins will lead it off and play right field. Tyrell Huggins will be in left and hit second. Hitting third will be the catcher, Enzo Bonventure. In the 4th spot, in the cleanup spot, will be Ricardo Paris. He will be over at second base. Luke Royal will be in center field. Drew Healy will hit 6th and be over at first base. Peyton Cormain will be at shortstop and hit 7th. Hitting 8th will be Reed Hodges. He'll be in the designated hitter spot. And rounding out the order will be Isaiah Perez. He will be over at third base. Again, that's Atkins, Huggins, Bonventure, Perez, Royal, Healy, Cormain, Hodges, and Perez. Defensively for the Monarchs, left to right in the outfield, Craig, Nedved, and Wolverton. Lofton over at third, Lowe at shortstop, Barber at second base, Rent over at first, Stevens doing the catching, and on the mound out of Houston, Texas, will be Matt Dillard. Dillard, 11 2/3 innings of work. He's given up only 7 hits, 5 runs, a couple of walks, and 15 strikeouts. Very stingy ERA, only giving up just a smidge more than 3 runs a game. He is an all-star selection for the Monarchs. The left-hander kicks, and the first pitch to Atkins. That's in there for a strike. Good fastball, catches the inside corner. It's 0-1. Atkins, 462 on the season out of Hawaii, and fists that one foul, and it's 0-2. Right fielder goes to the University of Hawaii. So he's in the hole right now, 0-2. Pitch, took a little off, soft grounder to the right side. Barber up with it over to first. Just gets the speedy Atkins, and they're 1 away. Barber just about waited too long on that one, but able to retire Atkins. Here is Terrell Huggins. All-star selection for the Rebels. 321 on the season. He will step in from the right side, so we'll have a right-on-left matchup. Rebels 7-9. First pitch is high, ball 1. Coached by Brett Clark, Jake Gibbs, Jordan Roselli, and Jed Brockbrander. Bottom of the first, that is popped up, right side. And Stevens over to have a look. He won't get there. Looks like the wind held that one in the ballpark. And new life for Huggins. Don't forget our sponsors, Star Lumber, Chicken and Pickle, YMCA, Wichita Baseball 2020, JP Wygand, and, of course, hookbats.com. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 away, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the first. Todd and Chris bringing it to you. They play Huggins straight away. Hits 321 on the season. And tried to check his swing, and they're going to appeal. He went around, and I would agree. Huggins, the left fielder, will hit with 1 away. He's out of Tucson and goes to Gateway Community College. They play him pretty much average depth straight away. Infield very deep. Artificial surface here except for pitcher's mound here at X Stadium. Off-speed pitch, that is in there. He will watch it, and they're 2 away. First strikeout of the ball game for Matt Dillard. Here is Enzo Bonventure, also an all-star selectant out of Detroit. Right-hander out of Cuyahoga Community College. First pitch to him is off speed, catches the back door, and it's 0-1. Good numbers on the season, couple of home runs, 388, and it's driven in 26. Inside, almost hit him, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 away, bottom of the first, nobody on. Still no score from the Eck, Newton, and the Hutchinson Monarchs. 1-1. That's outside. Good fastball. Pretty good pitch. Just missed. Bonventure with a good eye at the plate. It's 2-1. That's going to miss low. And 3 balls and a strike. Ricardo Paris would be next. Here's the 3-1. That is off his foot, foul. Newton comes in hitting .289 as a team, and they give up just south of 4 runs a game. The team ERA 3.92. They're 7-9. Get to the standings in just a moment. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Bonventure, the catcher. And the pitch. That is sprayed foul. Still plenty of time to get out here. Another ball game after this one. Just $5 to get in. You're not going to get a better bang for your buck. 3-2 inside. Almost hit him, and he'll walk him. So Bonventure will be down to first base with 2 away. So both pitchers have allowed a runner on after 2 was away. This will bring up Ricardo Paris. He's out of Venezuela, also an all-star selection. Good numbers, 371. He goes to Friends University. He is the Butler Plumbing and Restoration cleanup hitter. They play him deep and straight away. 371 inside with an off-speed pitch. And it's a ball and no strikes. Bonventure over at first base after drawing the 2-out walk. That's a fastball that paints the outside corner. Good pitch there from Matt Dillard. And it's 1-1. Temperature 90 degrees, wind south-southeast at 13. Dillard out of Houston, Texas. Left-hander. And the pitch. That is a slow roller, and that'll get fouled down the left side. Newton will be at Hutch on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at Hayesville. Home on Saturday versus Andale, and at Andale on Sunday. So a tough stretch of ball games for the Rebels coming up. One. That is foul straight back. And it's 1-2. Dillard pounds the zone. He's only walked 2 in 11 2/3 of innings so far this year. He's an all-star selection. So basically he has walked 3 guys all season long. And the 1-2. Slow roller right side. Barber backs up, gets it on the big hop, over to first in time, and that'll do it. So the Rebels will strand a runner. We've played one from the Eck. No score. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the top of the second. Todd and Chris here, and no score between Newton and Hutch. 5, 6, and 7 for Hutchinson. It'll be Stevens, Lofton, and Rent. And Armando Romero out to work after facing 4 hitters here in the second. Here's Garrett Stevens, the catcher tonight, hitting 167. Out of Southeast Missouri State and Kansas City, Kansas. First pitch swinging. That is deep to left. Huggins going back near the line, looking up. Gone. So just like that, Garrett Stevens takes the first pitch down the left field line just over the 330 sign, and the Hutchinson Monarchs lead it 1-0. Stevens jumped on a fastball offering from Romero and got it into the left field bleachers. And it's 1-0. That'll bring up Jackson Lofton, right-handed hitter out of Spring, Texas, and Sam Houston State, hitting .290. Third baseman tonight. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike. Pretty good spot from Romero. We'll see how he responds to after giving up the home run ball. That's in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Hutch is at Newton tomorrow. They'll have Thursday off. They'll have Salina and Mulvane in there Friday and Saturday. And Salina again at home on Sunday. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 now. And a good change of pace, and Lofton will swing through it. He was fooled on the pitch out ahead of it, and they're one away. The first strikeout of the ball game for Armando Romero. Easton Rent now out of Salina, Coffeyville Community College. Left-hander hitting .190, playing first base tonight. Tall, lanky young man. First pitch to him. Fastball misses. Outside, ball one. 1-0 Hutch. We're in the top of the second. Solo home run by Garrett Stevens. That's low and away. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Here's a 2-0. Off-speed pitch. He's out ahead of it. He rolls over it. First baseman Healy up with it. Flips to the pitcher Romero. And they're 2 away. And that'll be Keith Wolverton out of Seward, Nebraska. Goes to Concordia College. 167 on the season, 2 away. Top of the second, 1-0 Hutch. Shows bunt and takes a strike. Looked like a straight change from Romero, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. They play him straight away, deep and left. Wolverton with a slightly open stance. That paints the outside corner, and it's 0-2. That looked to be a pretty nasty slider from Romero, and it's 0-2. Wolverton out of Nebraska. Here's the 0-2. That is into right field for a base hit. Atkins thought about humming it over to first, but not in time, so that'll be a base hit for Wolverton with 2 away, and he's aboard. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Keith Cornyn. Out of Robert Morris University, right-handed guy, hitting .250. Hutch hitting .295 as a team. There's good numbers there. Giving up too many runs. They're giving up almost 5 runs a game, or just a bit more. First pitch is inside, ball one. Here's the 1-0. That is popped up right side. Healy back, and it looks like it's going to be Paris. He'll call him off, and that'll do it. So Hutch gets one on the solo homer by Stevens. They will strand one. We have played 1.5, 1-0 Hutch. We will be right back.
So the next time you see a turbine blade on the way to its new home, it's yet another sign we're all on the road to a more renewable future. Learn more at weststarenergy.com/clean energy. When you gaze upon the Kansas sky, what do you see? At Westar Energy, we see more clean energy on the horizon. That's why we built wind farms in Spearville and Kingman to harness even more renewable energy for Kansas. So today, 1/3 of your energy comes from the wind. Solar energy is also on the rise, with community solar and our solar energy learning projects that explore the sun's potential across the state. We're even generating clean energy using methane gas from landfills. Imagine that, turning trash into power. So every time you feel the sun on your face or the wind in your hair, know that we're using it to generate clean energy and power a better future for Kansas.
Alrighty, welcome back. We go to the home half of the second. Hutch with a 1-0 lead. Matt Dillard out for inning number 2. Faced 4 hitters and struck out 1 in the first. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Rebels. It'll be Royal, Healy, and Cormain. Royal with 9 doubles on the season. He's out of Friends University. First pitch swinging, a soft liner up the middle, and not in time. Barber fielded it right at the bag at second, and the speedy Royal will beat it out, and that'll be a infield hit. And Royal is aboard. Royal very speedy, 13 stolen bases on the season. It's only been caught 1 time, so we will see how the Rebels play it. Here's Drew Healy out of Yavapai Community College. Right-hander from Flagstaff. Shows bunt and bunts it foul. Looked like he tried to pull it back at the last second and didn't get her done. At least he didn't foul it off and break his nose. That was done in the big leagues by a pitcher, of course. I'm determined the pitchers need looked after a lot. As far as I'll go with that. Shows bunt again. That's a little better. That's down. Fielded by Dillard. He will turn and throw to first, and the sacrifice is successful. So Healy with a successful at bat. Royal down to second, and they're 1 away. He'll bring up Peyton Cormain with a runner at second base in scoring position. Out of Pineville, Louisiana. Centenary College. Chance to tie it up with a base hit right here. First pitch is high. Cormain also runs very well. 8 stolen bases on the season. Hitting 237. Shortstop today. Right on left matchup. They play him deep and shaded towards right a little bit. And the 0-1's high. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. And a 2-0 inside. 3 balls and no strikes now. One away. Runner at second base. Hutch leads at 1-0. We're in the bottom half of the second. That's high and away, and he'll walk him on 4 straight pitches. So a rare walk by Dillard. And it's first and second with just 1 away. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Reed Hodges, out of Round Rock. Good numbers, 321 on the season. First and second, 1 out. Luke Royal down at second. Cormain just walked. He is down at first. They will play behind him. And a pitch. That's in there at the letters. And a good fastball from Matt Dillard. And it's 0-1. A few groans from the crowd there. I like a nice pitch at the letters. Couple looks and a delivery in there for a strike. Little change of pace, and it's 0-2. So Hodges in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the second. Hutch with the early lead. They lead at 1-0. Runner goes. They're going to step off. They're going to get him in a rundown. And the throw back. Got him. So Royal is picked off. He was going on first movement, or a little sooner than that. So that'll be the 1 to 5 to 4 pickoff. Two-way. No balls and a strike to Hodges. And the pitch to him, runner goes. And that'll do it. So Hodges will watch it. And that'll do it for the Rebels in the second. We've played 2. They trail the Hutchinson Monarchs 1-0. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the top of the third. Hutch leads at 1-0 thanks to the solo home run by Garrett Stevens. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 for the Monarchs. It'll be Lowe, Craig, and Nedved. Armando Romero out for inning number 3. Other than one pitch, he has been very successful. 1 strikeout tonight so far. Here is Mason Lowe, 207, 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to center in the first. Shows bunt and takes a pitch low. Low out of Mustang, Oklahoma. Attends Hutchinson Community College. That is in the gap. And Royal over to his left. He will run it down. Good jump on it by Royal in center. And they're 1 away. Low with a good swing, but he will come up empty. So he has flown out twice to center. Here's Connor Craig, 0 for 1 tonight. Also flew out to center. First pitch to him, off-speed pitch right down the middle. Like a good 12-6 overhand curveball from Romero. And it's 0-1. Swung on and missed, way out ahead of it. Good change of pace. And it's 0-2. And the 0-1, that's into right field. Atkins over near the line, won't get there. That'll fall in for a base hit. Craig around first, into second. The throw is in plenty of time, but not handled by Cormain at shortstop. And a runner at second base with one away. Good hustle by Connor Craig out of the box. He pretty much made that decision right out of the box and made it work. Here is Dylan Nedved. Shawnee, Kansas. All-star selection out of Hutchinson Community College. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Singled and was stranded in the first. Fastball catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Absolutely stunning night for baseball here in South Central Kansas on the campus of Wichita State University. They play him deep and left. Off-speed pitch blocked nicely by Bonventure. And it's 1-1. Mulvane and Cheney is next. So stay tuned for that. KGSO will have it. That is fisted foul, and it's 1-2. We'll not have any pictures of that game, but you can tune into KGSO and follow the live action. Nedved, good numbers on the season, 345. He is the center fielder tonight, slightly open stance. Not a very big lead out there by Craig. That's in the dirt. And Craig with a good secondary lead. He will go down to third base on the wild pitch. So Hutch very aggressive on the base pass so far. Chance to add to that one-run lead. That is into right field. And Atkins back a few steps and will haul it in. And Craig will score, and Hutch leads it 2-0. So credit Nedved with a RBI, and they're 2 away. That'll bring up Taylor Barber. Hitless tonight, bounced out left side in the first out of Argyle, Texas. All-star selection out of Northeast Texas Community College. Big feller steps in, hitting .395. The Butler Plumbing and Restoration cleanup hitter. First pitch swinging. Foul down the left side. Good catch by the third base coach for the Monarchs. He wants to look at it. And he wants to shake it. He wants to rub it, but he's not going to. And the 0-1. That is a liner in and out of the glove of Cormain. Lefty's feet to his left. And that will be a base hit for Taylor Barber. So with 2 away, Barber is aboard. So a good try out there by Cormain at short. Unable to come up with it. Two away, here's Garrett Stevens out of Southeast Missouri State. Big home run, runner goes. And Barber will steal it. So Barber down to second base going on the first pitch. And Stevens can drive in another run with a base hit right here. 2 away. Stevens with a big leadoff home run in the second. Took the first pitch into left field. That's inside, just almost hit him. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. They play him about medium depth in center and right, but in left field, near the track. Stevens hitting 167. That's in the dirt, blocked by Bonventure. And it's 3-0. So Armando Romero's given up a couple of runs. Hutch leads it 2-0. We're in the top of the third. 2 away, a runner at second base. Here's a 3-0. Will they turn him loose? That is right down the middle at the belt, and it's 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Stevens can still be very picky here. Romero has struggled a bit with command this inning. 3-1 inside, almost hit him. And he'll walk him. So first and second with 2 outs. That'll bring up Jackson Lofton. 0 for 1 today, a strikeout victim in the second. This would be Romero's only strikeout of the ball game so far. Lofton, a third baseman, hitting .290 out of Spring, Texas. Second look at Armando Romero. First and second. And here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch he offers and will come up empty. And it's 0-1. Lofton out of Sam Houston State. Couple of looks. Here it is. That is through the right side, a base hit. They will send the runner. Atkins up with it. Here's the throw to the plate. It's up the line. And Barber will score, and it's 3-0 Hutch. Stevens with good base running. He's over to third. And Lofton with an RBI. He is at first. So first and third. Runners at the corners for the Monarchs. And 2 away. Here's Easton Rent. Hitless today. Bounced out right side. He's 0 for 1 out of Salina. Steps in, open stance, runner goes. Throw down, and it's cut off. So Lofton down to second and third. Little defensive indifference there, so probably not a stolen base. 1-0, bounced right side, soft one. And they're going to let it go foul. And the first baseman and the base runner collide there at the bag. So Healy was waiting on it. Romero didn't pick it up. And new life for Easton Rent. Good news is I think Rent got the first down. One and one now, 2 away, second and third now. 2 runs across here in the top of the third. Hutch leads it 3-0. And here's the 1-1. That is bounced foul off his foot. Doesn't appear to be too worse for the wear. And it's 1-2. Last night, Great Bend beat Newton 9-6. Cheney beat El Dorado 7-4. And the Sluggers took care of Mulvane 8-2. Aviators also lost to Hutch 1-2. And it's in the dirt, 2-2 now. Very pleasant here at the ballpark. Upper 80s. Slight breeze out of the south. That's blowing out to left. Still time to get out here. Another ball game follows this one. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Good pitch from Romero, and that'll do it for the Monarchs. They're going to strand a couple, but they get a couple. Our new score after 2.5, 3-0 Hutch. We'll be right back.
Learn more at weststarenergy.com/clean energy. Electricity is an essential part of everyone's life. But for families who rely on life-sustaining medical equipment, reliable power is an absolute necessity. That's why Weststar Energy helped develop new technology to make everyone's power more reliable. Right now, we're installing smart sensors to power lines near you. They help us restore your electricity even faster and get power to those who need it most. So now you can breathe easier, knowing that we're making your power even more reliable. For 6 generations, this land has provided for Kenny's family. Now, it also provides...
And we're back. We go to the home half of the third. Our new score, 3-0 now, Hutch. Rebels will send 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. It'll be Perez, Atkins, and Huggins. Here is the 9-hole man, Isaiah Perez, out of Larned, Kansas. Goes to Friends University, hitting .227. Steps in from the right side, playing third base tonight. Rebels 7-9 on the season. They play him straight away, almost up the middle. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Good fastball from Matt Dillard. He's out for his third inning of work, a couple of strikeouts. Seems to have settled in nicely so far. And the 0-1. That is going to miss inside. 1-1 now. All-Star game is next week right here. We'll have Home Run Derby starting at 6 and the game at 7. You don't want to miss that. That is outside. Two balls and a strike. Offering to Perez. That is high, and it's 3-1. Couple of walks and a hit from Matt Dillard. That is popped up right side. Barber, second baseman, going out. Sunglasses are down. He will haul it in, and they're one away. One down, top of the order. Here's Ty Atkins. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 1. Bounced out to the right side. Left-handed right fielder out of Hawaii. One away, and bottom of the third. First pitch swinging, and he'll come up empty. And it's 0-1. One away, nobody on. Rebels trail the Monarchs 3-0. 0-1. Swung on and missed. He's in the hole 0-2. Nice numbers, 462 on the season. And the 0-2. That's going to catch the outside corner. Atkins is going to watch it. And they're 2 away. Third strikeout of the ball game for Matt Dillard. Opportunity now to get the Rebels in order. It'll be the first time today. Here's Terrell Huggins. All-star selection out of Gateway Community College. He's 0 for 1 today. Strikeout victim in the first. They play him straight away and deep in center. First pitch to him. That's outside. Good fastball from Dillard. Just missed. And it's 1-0. Newton 4 games out of first place at 7-9. They are last in the Sunflower East division. That's inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Hayesville leads it 10-4, followed by El Dorado at 7-6. And they share the second place spot with Derby. Popped up right side. And that is Rent. He is over near the fence. It's in and out of his glove. And new life for Huggins. Looks like he wasn't quite sure where he was. Kind of looked up at the last moment, in and out of the glove. And it's 2-1. Here's a 2-1. That's in there at the knees. And it's 2-2. Pretty good spot from Matt Dillard. Home half of the third. Newton trails at 3-0. 2-2. High and away. And it's 3-2. Pretty good discipline there from Huggins. Wasn't that far out. Looked to be about letter high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, and nobody on. Huggins 321. That is bounced left side. Low a couple of steps to his left. And Huggins will beat it out. So that will go as an infield hit for Huggins. Low kind of had to wait on the big hop. By the time he came up with it, Huggins, who runs very well, had already beat it out. So with 2 away, that'll bring up the catcher, Enzo Bonventure. Walked and stranded in the first, 388 on the season, and an all-star selection. So Bonventure's second look at Matt Dillard. And the pitch, that's a fastball, misses low and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 2 away. Perez led it off, popped up right side, followed by a strikeout looking to Ty Atkins. Huggins with an infield hit, and you're up to date. Throw over to first, and Huggins in there standing up. Bonventure hitting .388, a couple of home runs on the season. Throw over to first, and Huggins back in there. He's yet to get dirty, so to speak. They play Bonventure very deep in center and right. Pitch is a soft liner into center field. That'll get down. And a base hit for Bonventure. Huggins over to third. And runners at the corners with 2 away. That'll bring up Ricardo Paris. He is the Butler Plumbing and Restoration cleanup hitter. Hitless today, bounced out to the right side. 371 on the season. All-star selection, hitting .371. He will step in from the right side. They play him deep all around. And the first pitch to him. That's popped up right side. Barber, the second baseman, going out. Shades are down. And he'll haul it in, and that'll do it for the Rebels. So the Rebels are going to strand a couple. We've played 3-0 Hutch. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the fourth. All Hutch so far. They lead it 3-0. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Monarchs. It'll be Wolverton, Cornyn, and Lowe. Keith Wolverton now. He's 1 for 1 out of Seward, Nebraska. Step in from the right side, singled, and was stranded in the second. It's all right. We're okay. Wolverton 167 on the season. First pitch to him. Slow roller left side. Perez gets it on the big hop over to first in time. And 1 pitch and 1 out. Good news for Armando Romero. Romero gave up 1 in the second and 2 in the third. 1 away. Here's Keith Cornyn. Out of Robert Morris University. Popped up right side in the second. He's 0 for 1. Designated hitter hitting .250. First pitch to him is low and away, ball 1. Top of the fourth, 1 away. Hutch leads it over the Rebels 3-0. 1-0. That's into right field. Atkins over. He won't get it. That'll split the gap. Roll to the wall. Cornyn will stop at second. And a 2-out double for Keith Cornyn. So with 1 out, Hutch has a runner at second base in scoring position. Top of the order. Here's Mason Lowe. Hitless today, 0 for 2. Out of Mustang, Oklahoma, and Hutchinson Community College. He squared up Romero a couple of good times, both to center field. And the off-speed pitch. He swings through it, and it's 0-1. Good change of pace from Romero. If he can get the soft stuff early, then he can have some success. Fastball is foul straight back, and it's 0-2. Monarchs selected to the All-Star team: Noah Kelly, Matt Dillard, Dylan Nedved, Taylor Barber, Braden Whitworth, and Colton Kauser. Well, those guys will be representing the Monarchs in the All-Star game next week. That is a off-speed pitch, catches the inside corner. Lowe will watch it. Third strikeout of the ball game for Armando Romero. So 2 outs. Here's Connor Craig. Doubled and scored in the third. Out of Hutchinson. He's 1 for 2. First pitch swinging, lifted to center. Royal in and to his right. He'll haul it in, and that'll do it for Hutch. They go quietly in the fourth. We have played 3.5. 3-0 Hutch. We will be right back.
For you. Today, 1/3 of your energy comes from the wind. And Westar Energy's wind farm in Kingman is the latest addition to our growing wind energy capabilities that help make Kansas number 3 in the U.S. in wind generation. In the last 10 years, Westar grew its renewable generation by more than 1,000%. But it's more than just clean energy. It's now just as affordable to produce as our other methods of generation. Kansans know there are 2 things we're never short of: hard work and wind. That's why Westar will continue harnessing both.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the fourth. All Monarchs so far, they lead it 3-0 over the Rebels. 5, 6, and 7 for the Rebels. It will be Royal, Healy, and Cormain. Royal 1 for 1 today. Singled in the second and was picked off. Out of Dodge City and Fringe University. First pitch swinging. That is a little soft liner. And the pitcher, that would be Matt Dillard. He is off the mound and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Not sure why Lofton didn't call him off, but anyway, one pitch and one away. Here's Drew Healy out of Yavapai Community College in Flagstaff. He's credited with a sacrifice in the second, so not an official at bat for him. 3:18 on the young season. And the first pitch inside, ball 1. I'll talk about our Star Lumber Players of the Week in just a moment. Stay tuned for that. That is fouled out of play. It's 1-1. Ben Ludwig for the Aviators was one of the Players of the Week. This is a Star Lumber Player of the Week. He's 21 strikeouts through 20 innings of work. So congratulations to Ben Ludwig, Player of the Week. That is through the right side for a base hit, so Healy is aboard with one away. And the position player for that was determined Player of the Week, Star Lumber Player of the Week, Colton Burtis out of the Wichita Sluggers. He's 17 for 30 this season at the plate. So congratulations to Ben and Colton, the Star Lumber Players of the Week. Here's Peyton Cormain out of Pineville, Louisiana. Walked and stranded. That's a little soft grounder. Flipped to second, short for 1. Back to first, not in time. So Healy is retired at second base. And Cormain will beat it out and reach on the fielder's choice. And they're 2 away. Reed Hodges now, strikeout victim in the second. He's 0 for 1 out of Round Rock. Newton has yet to really get anything going offensively. And credit Matt Dillard for that. He has settled in nicely. He has not faced more than 4 hitters in any one inning. 3 strikeouts in the ball game for Dillard. He is also an all-star selection. Cormain does run well, 8 stolen bases on the season. So that's why Dillard is giving him plenty of attention. Pretty good lead over there. And the pitch, time is called. Dillard was taking too much time. That time was called by Hodges and granted by the home plate umpire. And they play Hodges deep and right fielder. That would be Wolverton, almost near the track. Hodges, the designated hitter tonight, 321 on the season. Pitch is high. And 1 ball and no strikes. Three to nothing Hutch. And we're in the home half of the 4th. 2 away. Runner at first base. That is squirted foul, and that'll be out of play. Pretty good crowd down here at the ballpark. Pretty good entertainment value. 2 very good college baseball games for $5. You can't beat that anywhere. Mulvane and Cheney's next. Pitch, runner goes. Throw, not in time. Throw was to the shortstop side of the bag. Pretty good throw by Stevens. That would have been very close if that had been on the mark. But a stolen base for Cormain, that's his 9th. So Hodges with an opportunity to drive in a run and cut into that Hutchinson Monarch lead. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. That is fisted into shallow right. That'll get down into no man's land. The run will score. And Hodges with an RBI here in the 4th. And the Rebels are on the board. They trail the Monarchs now 3-1. So Hodges with his first base hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up Isaiah Perez. Third baseman hitting .227. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Popped up right side in the 3rd. Perez out of Larnard. This will be his second look at Matt Dillard. Pitch. That is in the dirt. Blocked by Stevens, but it gets a little too far away. And Hodges down to second base on the wild pitch. So they really haven't squared Dillard up significantly. They are just chipping away and pretty much taking what they can. 3-1 now, Hutch. That is high. 3 balls and a strike, 2 away runner at second. Home half of the 4th. Our score now 3-1. Dillard winds and fakes a throw to second base and chases Hodges back. Hodges does run well. Outfield, at least in right field, is shaded towards center. And the pitch. That's in there at the letters. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and a strike, and 2 away. Dillard trying to get out of it. And the pitch. That's high and in. And it's 3-1. Three and one inside, and he'll walk him. So Perez will draw a 2-out walk, and that'll bring up the top of the orders. Ty Atkins, hitless tonight. He is 0 for 2. One run across here in the home half of the 4th. So the Rebels get one. And the first pitch to Atkins is outside, ball 1. Atkins hitless tonight out of the University of Hawaii. Right fielder, good numbers, 462 on the season. And the 1-0. That's in the dirt. So Dillard throwing a lot of pitches here in the 4th. Very quick start for him here in the 4th, retiring the first 2 hitters. Cormain reached on the fielder's choice. Base hit by Hodges and a walk to Perez, and you're up to date. First and second now. And that's outside. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. Atkins the leadoff man tonight. We will see if Matt Dillard can work back from a 3-0 start. Settled in very nicely the first 3 innings. And really hasn't been hit hard here in the 4th. 3-0. That's high. And the second walk of the inning, and they're loaded. That'll bring a trip to the mound from the pitching coach from Hutch. There is somebody getting loose. Don't forget about our sponsors, Westar Energy, American Family Insurance, Cherry Oaks Golf Course, Regasa Aerospace, Heartland Credit Union. Don't forget to say thank you to those folks. Pretty quick meeting on the mound. Looks like Matt Dillard will continue to work. Here is Terrell Huggins. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He's an all-star selection. Base hit in the 3rd, strikeout in the 1st. They play him straight away and deep. Center fielder is shaded a bit towards left field. 3:21 at the start of the day. First pitch to him is high and away, ball 1. Nice fastball at 89 from Dillard. Rebels with them all loaded up. That's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Stevens, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 away. Bases are loaded. First 2 guys for the Rebels were retired quickly, and it's been a struggle since. 2-0, that's high and away. So 3 straight balls from Dillard. He's at risk of walking one in here in the 4th. 1 run across so far, 3-1 Hutch. 2 away, and it's 3-0. Got to think that Huggins is taken here. 3-0 is high. Tried to lay off a little bit and aim it in there. Did not work. Hodges will score, and everybody else will move up on the walk. His activity in the Hutch bullpen. Looks like they have a right-hander going. New score 3-2 now, Hutch. Here's the catcher, Enzo Bonventure. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. And he takes a hack at the first one and comes up empty. And it's 0-1. Enzo was thinking about getting it all back right there. And then some. Bonventure, an all-star selection of Cuyahoga. Off-speed pitch just missed inside, and it's 1-1. 2 runs across so far for the Rebels here in the home half of the 4th. Our new score 3-2 Hutch. Dillard's going to step off and start over. Now he gets the sign. Here it is. That's a little change of pace. And Bonventure swings through it and comes up empty. Bonventure hitting .388 at the start of the day. Does have a couple of home runs. Is driven in 26. Here's a 1-2. Off-speed pitch is swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So the Rebels will leave them loaded, but they get a couple. We have played 4. Our new score, 3-2 Hutch. We will be right back. And welcome back. We go to the top of the fifth. Rebels get a couple in the bottom of the fourth. Our new score 3-2. Hutch clings to a 1-run lead. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Monarchs. It'll be Nedved, Barber, and Stevens. Armando Romero out for inning number 5 of work. He gave up a couple of runs in the third, one in the second. Here is Dylan Nedved. A tough out today. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. All-star selection out of Hutchinson Community College, hitting .345 at the start of the day. Base hit in the first. This will be his third look at Armando Romero. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Catches the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Todd and Chris bringing it to you tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Good ball game, 3-2. That is a straight change. That is right down the middle. And it's 1-2 now to Nedved. Been very busy out there in center field tonight. And the pitch, that's in the dirt. Not a real good 1-2 pitch. Wasn't very close. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. We're in the top of the fifth. And that is low and away, and it's 3-2. Game started at 5:33, so we are moving right along. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out to the leadoff man. That is going to be into left field for a base hit. So Nedved with his second base hit of the ball game. He's aboard with nobody out. Hutch with a couple in the third, 1 in the second. Here is Taylor Barber. He is the Butler Plumbing and Restoration cleanup hitter tonight out of Argyle, Texas. 1 for 2, a run scored, and a stolen base. He's a guy that Newton would like to keep off the base pass. Runs very well. All-star selection. Nedved with not a very big lead at first, but they throw over anyway. And he goes. The throw down is wide. Not one of Bonventure's better throws, and Nedved will steal it. So Barber with an opportunity to get one of those runs back with a base hit right here. He does have 11 runs batted in on the season. All-star selection out of Northeast Texas Community College. Off-speed pitch just missed inside, and it's 2-0. Two balls and a strike, nobody out. Nedved led it off with a base hit to left and stole second base. And you're up to date. 3-2 ball game. That is down the line in right field, and that will be out of play. Ball and 2 strikes to Taylor Barber. Papers blew off there for a second. I thought I was back home in Hayesville. But we caught it before it got to 63rd Street, so we're good there. One and two, nobody out. Runner at second base. Off-speed pitch, slow roller to shortstop. Runner will move up. Cormain up with it, throws on the run over to first. And there's one away. So at least a productive out for Barber. That'll bring up Garrett Stevens. One out runner at third base. Stevens 1 for 1 with a walk. Big home run in the second. He took the first pitch he saw and deposited it in the left field bleachers. First pitch to him, off speed, is inside, ball 1. Sunflower Collegiate League Showcase Games of the Week at Eck. Game 1 of 2. And the 1-0 is high and away. It's 2-0. Today around the league, Hayesville's at the Sluggers, El Dorado's at Andale, Salina at Derby, and Mulvane will play Cheney here in just a bit after this one's over. 2-0. That's a fastball, catches the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Off-speed pitch, that's way inside, 3-1. Hayesville leading the Wichita Sluggers 4-1 in the 7th. That game being played at Newman University. 3-1, one away. Romero in trouble. And swung on and missed. Swung at a pitch outside the strike zone. It's 3-2. Stevens out of Southeast Missouri State. Right-handed hitter, right-on-right matchup. Here's the 3-2. That is into center. Royal back. He has a beat on it and will haul it in for out number 2. Runner will tag and score. And it's 4-2 Hutch. So credit Stevens with an RBI. That'll bring up Jackson Lofton. Lofton 1 for 2 with a strikeout and an RBI. First pitch to him is way outside, ball 1. Lofton out of Spring, Texas. 290 at the start of the day, third baseman. And the 1-0. That's low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. So both pitchers having a bit of command issues in the last couple of innings. Hutch gets a run back. They now lead at 4-2. We have 2 outs. That's in the dirt. And 3 straight balls from Armando Romero. Lofton a strikeout victim in the 2nd. That's on the outside corner, and it's 3-1. And a 3-1. That is popped right side. Atkins long way. Near the line, he will haul it in on the run. And that'll do it for the Monarchs. But they get one. And we have played 4.5, our new score. 4-2 Hutch. We'll be right back.
To keep Kansas a national leader in affordable, renewable energy. Learn more at weststarenergy.com/clean energy. "10 years ago, wind energy in Kansas was still a dream. And so was she. At Weststar Energy, we spent the last decade building turbines that harness the wind and empower our state. So today, 32% of your energy comes from the wind. Now we're working on a smarter, more responsive power grid to handle even more renewable energy for Kansas. We've come a long way in 10 years. But the journey continues. That's why we'll keep paving the way to a brighter, more renewable future for all of us.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the fifth. New arm for the Monarchs. It will be number 35, right-hander, 6'7", 250 out of Sam Houston, Patrick Kadelka. Get his numbers in a minute. Rebels now trail 4-2 after a run by the Monarchs. 4, 5, and 6 for the Rebels. It'll be Paris, Royal, and Healy. So Paris is the Butler Plumbing and Restoration cleanup hitter. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Paris 0 for 2 tonight. He's an all-star selection out of Venezuela. Plays his college ball at Fringe University. 371 at the start of the day. And a good pitch there from Kadelka. And it's 1-2. Kadelka with the high stirrups. Very imposing young man. Off-speed pitch is bounced foul down left side. And the count remains 1-2. One, two. Little excuse me swing. Kadelka will field it, flip to first in time. Boy, that ball had a lot of English on it. And Paris is retired here in the fifth. So home half of the fifth. Leadoff man is retired. Luke Royal now, out of Dodge City, Fringe University. Kadelka requests a new baseball. I figured I ought to give him whatever he wants. Looks of him, just a thought. First pitch, and a little excuse me swing, and he's in the hole 0-1. 8 innings of work so far for Kadelka. He's given up 4 hits, 5 runs. And he struck out 10 and walked 9. It's in there for a strike. Good start so far for Patrick Kadelka. Giving up just a smidge more than 5.5 runs a game. So he is hittable. 0-2. That is squirted foul into the Hutch dugout. It's a makeshift dugout. The regular dugouts are under construction. Wichita State is expanding those. And they say they're going to be major league size, so probably have a full buffet in there. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Good fastball at 94 from Kadelka, and they're 2 away. Well, first strikeout of the ball game for Kadelka. Here is Drew Healy. Healy 1 for 1 with a sacrifice. 3:18 at the start of the day out of Yavapai. Flagstaff, Arizona, he calls home. And that is low and away. I think Kadelka kind of wanted that one. Kadelka out of New Braunfels, Texas. Six foot 7 inches. Could probably be a post player too. Here's the 1-0, and that's fouled back. Ball and a strike, 2 away. This would be the first time the Rebels would go in order if they were so to do so. Bottom half of the fifth, 4-2 Hutch. Here's a 1-1. That is squirted foul on the right side. Fastball at 91. Newton 7-9 on the season. They are dead last in the Sunflower Collegiate League East Division. That is into right field. Wolverton over near the line. Foul. And Healy takes a tumble going around first base. Kind of a slow call there by the home plate umpire. I really couldn't tell from here. It landed so close to the line. Not much argument from the Rebels coaching staff, so it must have been foul. Don't forget the All-Star game next week. Home Run Derby starts at 6 right here at X Stadium. East versus West will be at 7 o'clock. Check out the Sunflower Collegiate League website for the list of everybody that's playing. Wind appears to be freshening, and the makeshift dugout is struggling a little. And swung on and missed, so 2 strikeouts for Kudelka. Rebels go in order, and we have played 5. Our score, 4-2 Hutch. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We're going to go to the 6th. Hutch leads at 4-2. 7, 8, and 9 for the Monarchs. It'll be Rent, Wolverton, and Cornett. Armando Romero out for inning number 6 of work. He gave up a run in the 2nd, a couple in the 3rd, and another run last inning in the 5th. 3 strikeouts on the evening. Here's Easton Rent out of Salina, left-hander. First pitch swinging, that is into shallow left field, and Cormain to his right, lays out, makes the catch, but by the time he got up and over to first, not in time, so an infield hit for Easton Rent. That's his first base hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 3. That'll bring up Keith Wolverton, 1 for 2 today out of Seward, Nebraska. 167 hitter, hits from the right side. He's been busy in right field. Runner at first, nobody out. Top of 6. And an off-speed pitch floats inside, almost hits him. And it's 1-0. Here's a 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. Just caught the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Easton Rent led it off with an infield hit to the left side. Nice stop by Cormain. Just didn't have enough time to throw him out. Throw over to first, and Rent's back in there. Hutch does not run a lot. Here's the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. It caught more of the plate. It's 1-2. So a steady dose of off-speed stuff to Keith Wolverton. Wolverton out of Concordia College. And the pitch. That is popped up left side. Cormain, a couple of steps back. He will haul it in, and they're one away. So with one out, Keith Cornyn will take a step in. Doubled in the fourth and was stranded, so he's 1 for 2. Cornyn hitting in the 9 spot, designated hitter, 250. Throw over to first, and that chases Rent back head first. And a pitch, fastball, misses outside, snap throw down. Pretty good shot by Bonventure. But Rent is back in there. Not a bad lead for Rent. And the pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1-1. Nice change of pace there by Romero. And Cornyn was way out in front. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Runner at first base. The top of the 6th. That looked like a straight change. Catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Both pitchers have struggled at times tonight, but nobody getting hit very hard. 4-2. And that swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Cornyn. So 2 outs. Fourth strikeout of the ball game for Armando Romero. Top of the order, here's Mason Lowe. Hitless today, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And the pitch bounced foul left side. And it's 0-1. Top of the order, Connor Craig would be next if Lowe was to reach. They play Lowe, shading him towards the line and left. That is fisted foul. Looked to be a little fooled on the pitch, and it's 0-2. That is a little soft liner picked up by the second baseman, Paris. Over to first, just gets him. So Lowe runs very well. That is a broken bat ground ball, and that'll do it for Hutch in the 6th. So we've played 5.5. Our score 4-2 from the Eck. We'll be right back.
The first time you see a turbine blade in person, you can't help but marvel at its massive size and scale. Now, there are even more. Westar Energy's wind farms not only generate clean energy for Kansas, they also create...
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 6th. Rebels trail the Hutchinson Monarchs 4-2 from the Eck. Sunflower Collegiate League Showcase games of the week. 7, 8, and 9 for the Rebels. Patrick Kadelka out for his second inning of work. He got the Rebels in order with a couple strikeouts in the 5th. It'll be Cormain, Hodges, and Perez. Here is Peyton Cormain. First pitch is a fastball in there at 90. And it's 0-1. Reached on his fielder's choice, scored and stole a base in the 4th. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. That is squirted foul down the right side. And he's in the hole 0 2. So Kudelka takes over for Matt Dillard, who went 4 strong innings, only giving up 2 runs. And he has the leadoff man, Peyton Cormain, down 0 2. And swung on and missed. Good fastball at 93 on the inner half. And that'll do it for Cormain. Third strikeout of the ball game for Kudelka. And they're 1 away. Reed Hodges now, he's 1 for 2. This will be his first look at Patrick Kudelka. Kudelka started the 5th. High hopper to the second baseman. Barber will have to wait on it. He's up with it over to first in time, so 2 up and 2 down for the Rebels here in the 6th. Nine-hole man Isaiah Perez. He is hitless today, 0 for 1 with a walk. Fringe University product, hitting .227 at the start of the day. First pitch from Kudelka, it's in the dirt. That had everybody scrambling for cover. All-stars from the Rebel side, Zach Bravo, Ruben Portillo, Enzo Bonventure, Ricardo Ferris, and Terrell Huggins. That is next week, by the way. That is up the middle for a base hit. That's a seeing eye dog base hit. And Perez is aboard. First base hit allowed by Patrick Kudelka. Two away, top of the order. Here's Ty Atkins. Out of the University of Hawaii, hitless today. 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Runner at first base, 2 away. Home half of the 6th. Newton trails the Monarchs 4 2. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Two away, Perez at first base. Not a big lead. That is filleted into left field through the hole. And back-to-back base hits issued by Kudelka. And it's first and second with 2 away. Perez down to second. Atkins is aboard. That'll bring up the all-star Terrell Huggins. Stevens out for a quick chat to his pitcher, Patrick Kudelka. Huggins 1 for 2 with a walk. Walked in the 4th, base hit in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st. He'll step in from the right side, so a right-on-right matchup. Good news for the Monarchs. And a pitch. That's high and in. And it's ball 1. Four to 2 Monarchs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Rebels threatening here. Runners at first and second. That is low. 2 balls and no strikes. So Kudelka very much in command the first inning in 2/3. And has since given up a couple of hits and is behind in the count to Huggins. 2-0. That is to the shortstop. Low up with it, goes to second, and that'll do it. So the Rebels threaten. We have played 6. Our score 4 to 2. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th, 4-2 Hutch. Looks like the Rebels will go to another left-hander. Looks like Matt Contreras will take over. He's out of Cali Community College in Front, California. Six and a third innings of work so far. He's given up 4 hits, 3 runs, and 6 walks, 9 strikeouts. And he is 2-0 on the season, 2.84 ERA. So he will face 2, 3, and 4. And the first pitch to Connor Craig is outside ball 1. So it'll be Craig, Nedved, and Barber. That's high and away. Craig with a nice afternoon. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored in the 3rd. Local guy from Hutchinson. And the pitch, that is outside. And it's 3-0. So Romero gives up 4 and 8 hits. So you can close the book on him. Not a bad outing for Romero. Gave up a run in the 2nd, a couple in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th. That is bounced left side. That's through the hole. Just out of reach of Perez and Cormain. And Connor Craig is aboard. Here is Dylan Nedved. That is down the right field line. Long run for Atkins. He won't get there, and it'll be foul. Looks like that is number 16 on the mound. My apologies. That is Weston Murrow. My apologies for that. He has 12 innings of work so far, 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2.25 ERA. So he is a left-hander, so that is not Matt Contreras on the mound. That is Weston Murrow. He's out of Heston. Slow roller to the third baseman, over to second for 1. That's all they'll get. So Craig is forced out. Nedved will reach on the fielder's choice. And they're 1 away. Top half of the 7th. Hutch leads at 4-2. So Murrow takes over for Romero. And we got our numbers straight now. "55-year-old eyes can't hardly see very well anymore." First step pitch to Taylor Barber outside. He is also the career leader in Hutchinson history for home runs. So Barber, with 11 runs batted in already this year, is also now the career leader in home runs. One away, top of the 7th. 4-2 Hutch. That is sprayed down the right field line, foul. And it's 1-1. Barber 1 for 3, a run scored and a stolen base, singled in the 3rd. He's out of Argyle, Texas, and an all-star selection. And that is lifted to right. Atkins back. And a couple of steps in, hauls it in, and they're 2 away. Tough sun field this time of day at the Eck. So everybody on the right side looking into the setting sun. Very pleasant day here at Eck Stadium. We started at 90 degrees. It's probably in the mid-80s by now. What wind we do have is blowing out to left. Garrett Stevens now takes a strike. Took the first pitch in the second and deposited over the left field fence. He's 1 for 2. A couple of RBIs and a walk. That's inside, 1-2 now. Has popped up right side. Paris going out. Atkins coming in, and it'll be Paris. And that'll do it for Hutch. Stretch time at the Eck. And our score 4-2. We'll be right back.
Opportunities for Kansans. It's not just these blades that are moving across the state. With them come jobs, families, and growth, all headed for small-town Kansas. What's more, the bodies of these turbines were made just down the road in Hutchinson. So the next time you see a turbine blade on the way to its new home, it's yet another sign we're all on the road to a more renewable future. Learn more at weststarenergy.com/clean energy. When you gaze upon the Kansas sky, what do you see? At Westar Energy, we see more clean energy on the horizon. That's why we built wind farms in Spearville and Kingman to harness even more renewable energy for Kansas. So today, 1/3 of your energy comes from the wind. Solar energy is also on the rise with community solar and our solar energy learning projects that explore the sun's potential across the state. We're even generating clean energy using methane gas from landfills. Imagine that, turning trash into power. So every time you feel the sun on your face or the wind in your hair, know that we're...
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 7th. Todd and Chris bringing it to you. 4-2 Hutch. They lead the Newton Rebels. Looks like Patrick Kadelka out for inning number 3 of work. He took over for Matt Dillard in the 5th. So it'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Rebels. It'll be Bonventure, Paris, and Royal. First pitch to the catcher out of Detroit is low, ball 1. 1 for 2 today with a walk. That will saw him off, cut off by Lofton. And the throw is wide. And looks like Bonventure down to second, hustling all the way. So we will see how they're going to score that. I think that's going to go as a base hit, I think. That ball was kind of in no man's land. Lowe was playing way back. Lofton tried to cut it off barehanded, unable to get it. So I'm thinking that will be a base hit and an error. So Bonventure down to second base with nobody out. Good news for the Rebels faithful. Here is Paris. And he takes one low, ball 1. Paris 371 at the start of the day. He's 0 for 3. All-star selection out of Venezuela. And the pitch inside almost hit him. Fastball at 89. That'll get your attention. Appreciate the operations staff setting up the radar gun for us tonight. Nice tool to have. 2-0 to Paris. Couple of looks to second. That's in there for a strike. Very well placed fastball on the inner half. And it's 2-1. Home half of the 7th. Rebels trail the Monarchs 4-2. Pitch high and in. And it's 3-1. 3 strikeouts on the day for Kudelka. Three-1 to the cleanup man, Paris, inside, and he'll walk him. So a walk to Paris, first and second now, nobody out. This will bring up Luke Boyle. No activity yet in the Hutch bullpen. Got to think that Kudelka may be on a short leash unless he can get a double play ball or a strikeout quickly. First baseman in up on the grass. Third baseman up even. Shows bunt and takes a ball. Royal 1 for 3 today. He's out of Friends University. Runs very well. A couple of home runs on the season. 329 at the start of the day. Can beat one out if he needs to. That is popped up. Third baseman coming hard. Won't get there. Good effort by Lofton. Looks like he was trying to get something on the left side. Going to try to make Kudelka field his position. Got to think Lofton's probably staying at home. Wolverton is deep in right. Royal way up in the box. Shows bunt. Gets it down. And fielded barehanded by Kudelka. Fantastic play. The only play he had was to flip to third. And he will force out Bonventure for the first out of the day. So a good play by Patrick Kudelka, fielding his position. And good awareness. The only bad part is Royal does reach on the fielder's choice, and he runs very well. He's a guy that could probably score from first on a gapper. So 1 away, that'll bring up Drew Healy. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And the first pitch to him, high and in, and it's ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 7th, and Hutch leads it 4-2. Rebels threatening here. A couple of runners on, first and second. Healy hitting .318. He's out of Yavapai Community College. And a pickoff play at second base. Good throw by Kudelka. And Paris is back in there. One ball, one strike, 1 away. A base hit and a walk. That's what started the inning. That's a good pitch on the inner half at 89 for a strike. And it's 1-2. Kudelka spotting up pretty well. Very tall, lanky, hard-throwing right-hander out of Sam Houston. Cheney and Mulvane is next. KGSO will have it for you. Here's a 1-2. Looks like he might have been fooled on the pitch, looking for something off speed and got the fastball. So he'll back off a little bit. That would have made Nolan Ryan very proud. Nolan Ryan was a guy that loved to pitch inside. 2-1. That's inside again, 2-2. Correction, 3-1 now. 3 balls and a strike, 1 away. Got to think Healy will probably take another strike. We'll see. 3-1. That's high and in. And they're loaded. So the second walk of the inning issued by Kudelka. Catcher out to talk real quick. Still nobody getting loose in the bullpen. Don't forget our sponsors, Chicken Max, BurgerFi, Butler Plumbing and Restoration, KGSO, Star Lumber, Chicken and Pickle, YMCA, Wichita Baseball 2020, JP Wygand, and hookbats.com. We'll have a little This Day in Baseball history here in a bit, so you want to stay tuned for that one. And the first pitch to Cormain is swung through and missed. So a good start for Kadelka. Hitless tonight, a walk, reached on a fielder's choice, and a strikeout. That is into left field, line drive. Coming hard is Craig. He will come up with it. No tag, and they're 2 away. That ball was hit right on the button, but right at Craig in left field, and they're 2 away. Reed Hodges now. 1 for 3, a run scored, and an RBI. He takes a strike out of Round Rock, Texas. Designated hitter today. 321 at the start of the day. Off-speed pitch misses low, and it's 1-1. Base is still loaded. We're in the bottom of the 7th. And Newton trails the Monarchs 4-2. 1-1. That's inside. Kadelka not showing near the velocity he had in the 5th when he came in and took over for Dillard. He was 93, 94 in the 5th. We have not seen that in a while. Here's the 1-1. That is sprayed foul. Hodges was a little late on that one. One and two. Here it is. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So Kadelka gets out of a bases-loaded jam and gets his 4th strikeout of the ball game, and we have played 7. Our score remains 4-2 Hutch. We'll be right back.
Using it to generate clean energy and power a better future for Kansas. Learn more at weststarenergy.com/clean energy. Electricity is an essential part of everyone's life. But for families who rely on life-sustaining medical equipment, reliable power is an absolute necessity. That's why Weststar Energy helped develop new technology to make everyone's power more reliable. Right now, we're installing smart sensors to power lines near you. They help us restore your electricity even faster and get power to those who need it most. So now you can breathe easier, knowing that we're making your power even more reliable. For 6 generations, this land has provided for Kenny's family. Now, it also provides clean energy for you. Today, 1/3 of your energy comes from the wind. And Weststar Energy's wind farm in Kingman is the latest addition to our growing wind energy capabilities that help make Kansas number 3 in the U.S. in wind generation.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 8th, 4-2 Hutch. New arm on the mound for the Newton Rebels. Third arm of the night, it'll be number 34, Zach Gillig. He is a 6'2", 205-pound right-hander out of Valley Center. He's a freshman at Fringe University. He will take over. Third pitcher of the night. He will face 6, 7, and 8. It'll be Lofton, Rent, and Wolverton. First pitch in there for a strike. Lofton 1 for 3 tonight. Fly out as a strikeout. Was credited with an RBI in the third. And that is bounced foul. Lofton 290 out of Spring, Texas. Hutch leads it 4-2. They got a run in the second, a couple in the third, and another one in the fifth. Little off-speed pitch, tried to offer. Was able to check his swing, and it's 1-1. Two now. And that's in there for a call strike. So a pretty good pitch on the inner half from Gillig. And he gets his first strikeout of the ball game, and there's one away. That pitch did catch the inside corner. Wasn't much that Lofton was going to do with it, just a pretty good pitch. And that'll bring up Easton Rent. Rent 1 for 3 today out of Coffeyville. Singled in the sixth and was stranded. Swings through the first one, and he's behind 0-1. Congratulations to our Star Lumber Players of the Week, Ben Ludwig and Colton Burtis. Aviators and the Sluggers. That is through the left side. A base hit for Rent, his second of the day. And he's aboard with one away. Pretty good piece of hitting. Been real easy to roll over that one and ground out to the right side. Just went with it and hit it hard to the left side. That'll bring up Keith Wolverton. One for 3 today, singled in the second. Bounce out and a fly out. Since. And a pitch, that hit him. So Wolverton will wear that one, and it's first and second. Not good news for the Rebel faithful. Keith Cornyn now the designated hitter. He's 1 for 3, a double in the fourth. He will step in and get his first look at Gillig. Four to 2 ball game. We're in the top of the eighth. And a pitch. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. No balls and a strike. One away. And first and second. And that's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Bonventure. He's able to corral it close and keep the runners right where they're at. Cornyn out of Robert Morrison University. One and one. That is sprayed foul right side. That'll get out of play. And it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 away. Lofton led it off with a strikeout. Rent with a base hit and a hit by pitch to Wolverton. And you're up to date. Cornyn hitting .250 at the start of the day. That swung on and missed. He was fooled on it. And that'll do it. So Cornyn will take a seat, and they're 2 away. Top of the order now for Hutch. Here's Mason Lowe. He is hitless today with a strikeout. And he takes a pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. Gillig in for Murrow, who went 1 inning. That is in the dirt. Runner tries to advance. Bonventure put it right on the button. But a good heads-up slide by Easton Rent, and he's over to third. And Wolverton into second. So second and third. Got to think if Perez would let that ball travel just a little bit more, he might have been in a better position to put the tag on. That is broken bat grounder to the right side, over to first in time. And Hutch is going to strand a couple. And we've played 7.5. Our score remains 4-2. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 8th. Score remains 4-2 Hutch. Looks like Patrick Kadelka is going to go out for his 4th inning of work. Got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 7th. It'll be 9-1-2. It'll be Perez, Atkins, and Huggins. Here's Isaiah Perez. 1 for 2 today with a walk. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Didn't miss by much. Ball and no strikes. That is inside and 2-0. Eight hits for the Rebels, 11 for the Monarchs. That's high and in, and 3 straight balls to the 9-hole man by Kadelka. No activity yet in the Monarch bullpen. Here's a 3-0. It's right down the middle for a strike. We'll see if Kadelka can get healthy after being down 3-0. Here's the 3-1. That's outside, and he'll walk him. So the leadoff man is aboard. Top of the order, here's Ty Atkins. 1 for 3 with a walk out of Hawaii. Base hit in the 6th. And that is a fastball on the outside corner at 88. And he's ahead 1-0. No balls and a strike. Perez at first. And the pitch. That's away, 1-1. So Kadelka took over in the 5th for Matt Dillard, who went 4 good, strong innings. And the 1-1, it's in the dirt. There is some activity now in the Hutch bullpen. Looks like they have a right-hander loosening. Two balls and a strike. That misses outside. Stevens tried to frame it up a little bit, nothing doing. And it's 3-1. So 2 straight 3-ball counts from Patrick Kudelka. It's in the dirt. So back-to-back walks issued by Patrick Kudelka, and the Rebels are in business. Left fielder now, Terrell Huggins. All-star selection. 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. The right-hander will step in. He's from Tucson, Arizona. First and second, both walks. Home half of the 8th. And the pitch shows bunt. Pulls it back, takes a ball outside. So command is an issue with Kudelka. Gotta wonder just how long his leash will be. And the 1-0 shows bunt and takes a strike. Newton faithful not so sure, but it's 1-1. Here's a 1-1, shows bunt. And just gets a piece of it. And it's 1-2. Kind of stabbed at it that time. That is not how you bunt, by the way. You want to really try to catch that ball with your bat and deaden it. Move the runners over and go sit down and have a glass of water. 1-2 now. Off-speed pitch misses inside. Not the best of 1-2 pitches. It wasn't very close. 2-2, runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 4-2 Hutch. Newton threatening. Inside, that hit him. So 2 walks and a hit by pitch, and they're loaded. Getting a little hard to watch, folks. And they're loaded. Coach looking down in the dugout to see the status of his reliever. Right-hander continues to loosen. Just can't get a number. First pitch to Enzo Bonventure in there for a strike. Bonventure 2 for 3 today with a walk and a strikeout. 0-1, that hit him. So back-to-back hit by pitches, and that'll score a run. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches. And looks like Coach out of the dugout, they're going to make a change. We'll tell you about it in a minute, but I promise you a little this day in baseball history, and we'll do it. We're going to go way, way back. We're going to go back to 1876. This day, that would be June the 25th, 1876. Philadelphia and Louisville play for the first tie game in NL history when they are knotted at 2-all when darkness stops play after 14 innings. So, folks, the lights are on here, so that's not going to happen here tonight, but on this day in 1876, first tie game in NL history. So there you have it, this day in baseball history. So Hutch is going to go to the bullpen. Our new score is 4-3 Newton. 1 run away from tying it up. Well, we're thinking it's number 28. Neither one of us got good enough eyes to see. Well, if that is the case, that is Dawson Linder. He is a 6'4", 190-pounder out of Lincoln, Nebraska. So he will come in to try to clean up this mess. Looks like Dawson Linder is the guy. So Linder out of Lincoln, Nebraska will come in. He is out of Hutchinson Community College. 7 innings of work so far this year. He's given up 8 hits, 6 runs, 12 strikeouts, 9 walks. Given up a couple of doubles. He's 1-0 and a 3.85 ERA. Don't forget our sponsors. Westar Energy, JP Wygant, Chicken and Pickle, Star Lumber, YMCA, Wichita Baseball 2020, American Family Insurance, Cherry Oaks Golf Course, Regasa Aerospace, and Heartland Credit Union. Stop by and say thanks. We're ready to go. Linder has completed. Yeah. New score 4-3 now. Newton threatening with them loaded. They have yet to put a bat on the ball. Looks like the corners are going to be in. They will concede the run in the middle. Still nobody out. Here is Ricardo Paris. First pitch to him. Paris will step in with them loaded. Third pitcher of the night for Hutch. And that is popped up right side. Barber, second baseman, going out and will make a fantastic catch. The runner tags and is thrown out at the plate. So a good basket catch by Barber going away. The runner, that would be Atkins, tried to score from third. Barber wheeled and threw a one-hop strike to the home plate catcher Stevens, who applied the tag. And just like that, 2 away. So the Newton third base coach down to talk it over with the umpire. Looked like it was pretty cut and dry from where we're sitting. We're right behind home plate and about 100 feet above, and the throw beat him, and the tag was applied. So it looked like pretty firm out from here. Discussion continues. And there are 2 away. So a big couple of outs, a couple of good plays by Barber. That ball was in no man's land. He caught it over his shoulder in basket form. Throws a strike to Stevens, and they're 2 away, first and second. Here is Luke Royal at a fringe university. And he takes a pitch outside, ball 1. 1 for 4 today, singled in the second, struck out in the 5th. Last time up, reached on a fielder's choice. Four to 3 Hutch, and that's on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Yes. Score is 4 to 3. Hutch clings to a 1-run lead. First and second. That is a high hopper to the shortstop. Low up with it. He will flip to the third baseman. And the force is applied, and that'll do it. Rebels load him up with some walks and some hit by pitches. And they get 1. We have played 8. Our new score, 4 to 3 Hutch. We will be back right after this.
In the last 10 years, Westar grew its renewable generation by more than 1,000%. But it's more than just clean energy. It's now just as affordable to produce as our other methods of generation. Kansans know there are two things we're never short of: hard work and wind. That's why Westar will continue harnessing both to keep Kansas a national leader in affordable, renewable energy. Learn more at westarenergy.com/clean energy. "10 years ago, wind energy in Kansas was still a dream. And so was she. At Westar Energy, we spent the last decade building turbines that harness the wind and empower our state. So today, 32% of your energy comes from the wind. Now we're working on a smarter, more responsive power grid to handle even more renewable energy for Kansas."
Welcome back. Top of the ninth we go. We have a one-run ball game here in Game 1 at the Eck. Sunflower Collegiate League Showcase Games of the Week. Hutch leads it 4-3. 2, 3, and 4 for Hutch. It'll be Craig, Nedved, and Barber. Looks like Zach Gillig out for inning number 2. He came in the 8th. First pitch to Connor Craig. Catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Good day for Craig. 2 for 4. A double and a single and a run scored. Off-speed pitch floats high and in. One ball and one strike. That is sprayed foul. 1-2 now. Pretty good fastball there at 86 for Gillig. Top of the ninth. Hutch trying to get some insurance runs. That is bounced left side. Perez will cut it off. He will throw on the run in the dirt. Unable to handle it is Healy. And that will get by him. And Craig over to second base on the error. So that will go as an E5. Perez had plenty of time. Threw across his body. Here is Dylan Nedved. Good day for him. 2 for 3. A run scored and a stolen base. All-star selection out of Hutchinson Community College. Trying to pad the lead a little bit. That is sprayed foul down the right side. That'll get out of play. Pretty nice crowd here on a Tuesday night in Wichita. Matter of fact, it's the only baseball in Wichita this summer. All-Star game is next Tuesday night. Home Run Derby will kick it off at 6, followed by the game at 7. Come on out. That is into center. Royal back into his right. He has a beat on it. Will make the play. That's deep enough to go over to third base. So Craig will tag. And he's over to third with one away. This will bring up the cleanup man, Taylor Barber. 1 for 4, the run scored. So he's just trying to get something to the right side or in the air somewhere to score that extra run. 4-3 Hutch. We're in the top of the ninth, runner at third base. Off-speed pitch is low and away, ball 1. Barber, an all-star collection out of Argyle. And that's in the dirt. Two 2-0 now to Taylor Barber. He is the all-time home run leader for the Hutchinson Monarchs. Congratulations to him. That is A liner off the glove of Paris at second base, and that run will score. That'll be a base hit for Barber. Infield was pulled in. That ball was hit on a line, and Paris unable to get it on the hop. And that'll go as a base hit and an RBI. Five to 3 now, Hutch. We're in the top of the ninth. Connor Craig comes around to score on the error. So the error will come back to haunt the Rebels. Here's Garrett Stevens. Takes a pitch outside, ball one. Big home run in the second. Throw over, and Barber back in there. Barber with 12 runs, 12 RBIs on the season. That's high and in. Having a little trouble with the scoreboard, folks, so we're working on it. Stevens 167 at the start of the day. He's out of Southeast Missouri State. We're in the top of the ninth. Hutch gets one already. They lead it now 5 to 3. Big hack and fouled back, and it's 2-1. Cheney and Mulvane about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. 2-1. That's a good off-speed pitch. And Stevens out ahead of it. And it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Throw over. And Barber back in there. What's tough for the first baseman, he is looking right into the sun. Stevens hit the first pitch he saw in the second in the left field bleachers. Off-speed pitch misses low, and it's 3-2. Third pitcher of the night for the Rebels. Five to 3 Hutch, top of the ninth, one out. Runner goes, and that's inside, and he'll walk him. So Barber down to second. Stevens draws the walk. Is some activity in the Rebel bullpen. Here's Jackson Lofton. Strikeout victim last time. Takes a big hack, fouls it back. Couple of strikeouts tonight. Did get a base hit in the third and drove in a run. 290 at the start of the day out of Sam Houston State. No balls and a strike, first and second. Here it is. Nice change of pace from Gillig, and it's 0-2. One away, Newton could use a double play ball. That is back through the middle for a base hit. They'll send the runner, and the throw is cut off almost. And Hutch gets another one. So Barber will score. And Stevens down to second. So credit Lofton with his second RBI of the ball game. And that'll bring up Easton Rent. 6-3 Hutch. We're in the top of the ninth. First pitch swinging, that is bounced foul down the right side. Rent 2 for 4 today, a good day. Out of Coffeyville Community College, so that 190 batting average stands to go up. And that is bounced to the right side. And Paris up with it over to first. That's the only play he had. And they're 2 away. Everybody moves up second and third now with 2 away. Here is Keith Wolverton. 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Pitch is popped up, and that'll get out of play. Don't forget our All-Star game next week. Home Run Derby will be at 6, and followed by East versus West at 7. It's going to be a dandy. Second and third, here it is. Swung on and missed. Bat goes down into the Hutchinson makeshift dugout and scatters them accordingly. This inning brought to you by the makers of Pine Tar. Looks like he is going to put a little bit more on there. Maybe we ought to tie it to him too, like they do the surfboards. Wolverton's got her all lubed up. He's ready to go. He's down in the count 0-2, 2 away. Top of the ninth, second and third. 2 runs across here in the ninth. Score now 6-3. Gillig trying to get his club off the field and head to the bottom. 0-2. That is foul straight back. Window is open tonight, so we would welcome any foul ball if we was to get one. Oh, and 2 away. Keith Cornyn would be next if Wolverton was to reach. And he 0-2. And it's popped up left side. That'll be Cormain, the shortstop. He will haul it in, and that'll do it. So Hutch is going to strand a couple, but they get a couple. And our new score, 6-3 Hutch. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. We'll be back. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Rebels. They now trail the Hutchinson Monarchs 6-3. Looks like Hutch will continue to go with Linder. This will be his second inning of work. He will face 6, 7, and 8 of the Rebels' order. It'll be Healy, Cormain, and Hodges. Here is Drew Healy. 1 for 3 with a walk, and he takes a strike. Healy 318 at the start of the day out of Yavapai Community College. Fastball misses outside, and it's 1-1. Mulvane and Cheney is next. 25 minutes after this one. KGSO will have it for you. That is lifted right side. That is Wolverton coming in and hauling it in, fighting the sun a little bit. Tough sun field, and there's one away. So Peyton Cormain will step in. He is hitless tonight, 237 at the start of the day. Reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth, stole a base and scored. Walk and a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch is lined to Lofton at third. Hit it on the button, but right at Lofton, and they're 2 away. So it'll be up to Reed Hodges. Newton down to their final out. Hodges with a base hit in the fourth and scored. Was credited with an RBI. He's 1 for 4 out of Round Rock. First pitch is high. Ball 1.
No, I'm not. I'm saying we made a lot of money.
And the 1-0. That's fouled back. And it's 1-1. Good catch by a fan. Young man with a glove. That's why you bring your glove to the ballpark. Or a helmet, whichever one you want to do. Did you get that, Chris? He didn't get it. So we can't go to the replay. 1-1 now. And that is just down the right side foul. So the Rebels down to their final strike. And it's 1-2. Mulvane and Cheney about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Tune in to KGSO. If you're not in the area, you can go on the computer and bring it up there. So they'll have it for you. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, bottom of the 9th, and that is fouled back. So Hodges just gets a piece of it. He's going to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Don't forget the All-Star game next Tuesday. 6 o'clock home run derby, 7 o'clock ball game. Going to be a dandy. 1-2. That's in the dirt. Pretty wicked off-speed pitch there from Linder. Very sharp break on it. Looked like a slider that may have got away from him. It's 2-2 now. 2 away, nobody on. Rebels down to their final strike. That is into right field. Long run for Wolverton. He won't get there. And it's out of play. Nice crowd tonight. A lot of Little Leaguers here with their uniforms on. Temperature in the low 80s. Very comfortable. Still time to get out here if you're in the area. 1 more ball game after this one. 2-2. That's high and away, and he'll run it to full. Hodges 321 at the start of the day. Singled in the 4th. Round Rock, Texas native. Perez is next. That's swung on and missed, and that's going to do it. And Hutchinson gets the win. Here are your totals for the Monarchs. 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors. For the Rebels, 3 runs and 3 hits. Hutch will go to 9-5, Newton 7-10. Like I said earlier, Cheney and Mulvane will be next. For Chris Worrell, I'm Todd Hook signing off for tonight. We will see you in a couple of weeks.